against our virgin company.
So we are back at last with the end, hopefully, of Metal Gear Solid 3. Oh, it's been a hell of a journey so far, and hopefully we're going to come in and enjoy the West. So first things first, we should have to be encountering the guard Johnny, aka Mr. Shit His Pants all the time. Now, of course, we should hopefully be able to re-see the cutscene with Johnny. Unfortunately, there's no Guy Savage minigame in the HD collection, which is a massive shame in my Guy Savage game. Awesome. All that being said, we are now pretty much waiting for Johnny. There's a bit of a hole to our right. That's meant to be simulating the fact that we no longer have the ability to die.
Huh?
Because if you notice,
What? You don't want this?
it's actually hostile. Now this is actually the top view, what it would normally look like. What we can do now. What actually waiting on doing. Or that reminds me, because we've been saved and we just reloaded. Should hopefully still get Sigint's call.
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and...
No, that's not the right call.
Snake.
That's
The
not the right call.
Snake.
Are you fucking kidding me? Because they removed the Guy Savage mini game, you don't get the awesomeness that was the fucking... Son of a bitch! Motherfucker! Ah! Fucking bastarding, pillocking, shitting. Ah! Motherfucker! Well, originally in Metal Gear Solid 3, the one where you actually had the option to play with the Guy Savage minigame, which was effectively a hack and slash. If you saved in the cell after the torture, you would actually have a nightmare minigame that the community is more or less called Guy Savage. It was meant to be a precursor, I believe, to an original original IP that never came out, which is a massive shame. It was really smart, fucking beautiful game, and nice, but not unflogged. Don't care. But after that, you get a call, our medic, and she'd talk about having the nightmare. You get a call, Colonel, about the nightmare. You get a call, Eva, about the nightmare, and you get a call, Sigint. And Sigint's call is bloody awesome. Pretty much Metal Gear, but the Metal Gear is completely made out of shit, and whatever it touches turns to shit. Even Old Man John. It's just a brilliant fucking thing. Only video of it on YouTube that I found cuts out the very best bit right at the end, which is a massive. Literally, the very end part is a bit of words of the wise words to think of. People are full of shit, full of holes, and it's gone flat somewhere. I'm not kidding. That's literally the entire ending point of the entire fucking story. Hopefully, we get Johnny's cutscene a second time again.
You're lost.
And this time we shouldn't skip it because some motherfucker came around to try and send us a... No, we didn't get it. Fucking bastard. Now we kind of want to wait for bad butt. Because if he has a bad butt, we can basically run away like we're like a motherfucker. Now it is also possible to hide underneath the bed. It is also possible to outright call right away, as well as actually sleep gassing him while you're still in the cell. But the actual gas, even on easy, does not have enough time at all to do anything. Effectively making it pointless. Okay. Okay, but there you go.
Got some goodies for you.
We got a kind of rank wacky. Had trouble finding it, really.
Thanks, man. Ugh, oh, this is rotten. Oh, my stomach.
That's actually a good swap, even though it's rotten. It instantly activates his need to go loo. Because it's rotten.
I can't hold it anymore.
So, if you remember, countless times we've seen the number set. So, 144.75. You know what that means?
Hold on.
I'm accessing this call because it's a free call, so why not?
Did you manage to escape?
Yeah, I'm out.
Be careful. In your present state, you're practically naked. You don't have a single decent weapon, and you'll never survive in a battle. Take some time and pull yourself together. Eva says she's recovered your equipment, so rendezvous with her as soon as possible to get your gear back. Use the escape route Eva set up for you. Go down into the sewers through the manhole in the northwest section of Groznygrad. Start out by exiting the holding cells and heading northwest.
Now, good trek in here, which we're going to do. However,
It's coming out. Here it comes. Ugh, it's still going. Someone's still in here. Wow. I didn't think that was possible.
and now we won. Pretty much when he says that, it means he's stopped needing to go, shall we say? And that basically is our time to run like fuck. If you didn't actually pick up the cardboard box beforehand, it would still be behind us right now. Unfortunately. Without looking at that being said, because we've actually destroyed their food supplies, we have the advantage. 1 hits. Even rolls knockouts, I believe. So as you can see, yeah, there's actually a very good reason to blow up the food supplies before it happens. Something similar here. It's want to actually be able to run as fast as you can around these parts. And I'm rolling there because it gives 15 instead of 20. That's a little bit of recovery, but fine. Biggest problem here for me is I don't remember if the leave the puppies actually. Yeah, the puppies. So I should be just fine. That guy's there.
I'm so hungry.
Biggest problem now is actually him be looking at us. Which, yeah, that's what's boring. And there's this dog here. This dog is also the other reason. Not an accident. It's actually. So. Hi. this is say if you're going for the big boss, not gonna about that. So 30 with place. As soon as you basically get under one of these red bridges, however, you are effectively from this bug wall that can get you. Wall. Oh, right, there's logs and what the keypad forward. That was why it wasn't a wall at first, and I held down the X and it was. There's actually dogs underneath here. I believe you cannot kill them again, so going no kill can be fun, quote unquote.
Snake, you're already in the sewers?
Eva, yeah, I just got down here. I'm coming to meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out you escaped.
He did, huh? I figured as much.
Yeah, and now all of Grozny Grad is on red alert.
Just my luck. But once I'm out of the fortress...
You can't get out.
I can't?
When the fortress went on red alert, they sealed off the sewers.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out
Is sealed off too.
right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
Down here?
Uh-huh. They'll be there any minute now. You've got to get out quick.
But isn't the exit sealed off?
You should be able to get out by heading straight north. Book it, Snake. If they find you, you're dead.
Well, that doesn't sound promising now, does it? At all. However, SAA, Single Action Army. Of course, if you're going for a lethal playthrough, this is pretty much your chance to start taking out a bit of your revenge. However, we are not, and so we do not need to worry too much about such a thing. Of course, there is actually something I've not done yet, and that's because we have a second scene. Well, a second and a quarter, which... Hear that beeping? More beep. Yeah, I think that's passable for the delay. I think it's actually at about 200 seconds instead of 100. But I consider that currently passable. Yeah. I don't have a clue what way north is, so we're gonna check that way. Okay. That means we are looking back. Because... yeah, I think this is it for just set pressing. No? Yeah, that one's set pressing. However, that is something to take note of, that those can actually, you actually get stuff in them. So of course, this is the part where you genuinely do not want to actually get caught by anything. You might notice there's a few frogs. Have a gun. Guns kill. These are all cotton frogs as well, so they're all high quality frogs. High quality. And now, not equipping the FA anymore, we have pork. Because there's one more frog, I think. Okay, apparently not. Now we're running. I haven't taken out that beeping annoying sound thing for one very simple reason. It gives a, yeah, again I said it before, it gives a secondary scene, and this secondary scene is what we're hoping for. As you can see, there is one of the dogs. As soon as we start, we run. No bullshit, you just run. The dogs are the only danger here, but they are dogs. They do not give a shit, and they can go underneath these wall spaces, which we have to fall under. Here, just there. It's dogs. They have actually found us. However, they're dogs, they cannot actually alert. I personally would not trust those Russian noodles. because they've been under such manky, disgusting. Go on. Oh god, gone underneath there. And yes, notice. Oh. And of course, we have something which we can use to battle with them without killing them, because we previously decided we were going to be kind to Johnny. Now we're going back here purely because stuff, I believe, not a situation. However, we have the ability to actually deal with these dogs, so we're going to use that ability. It's just SAA, but it's okay. Oh no, it's not just SAA bullet. Ah, life med. That's actually kind of a shitty trade, but for the time that we've lost. But it might be handy if you actually need the life medication. So that's something nice to keep in mind. Oh. Of course, rolling into these tunnel things is not always easy. Wow. The other thing you should keep in mind is dogs can indeed drown as well. Just like with the other members of Now I normally would not be using any of the cigarettes today, and that's why we're using that explicitly. But we are actually now at the end point, we can just keep running. And we're now going to get the reason why there is that beeping sound. Well, shortly after we have to face off against the very next boss. Sorry for the delay, I did not think I was be checking that before we started. That one's on there. It didn't be too long, however. As soon as we get safe with Eva, I actually fix that, so...
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere. This is where it ends. Don't die on me yet.
Oh no, we've drowned! Bad news! Wait, why is the forest on fire? Yeah, this is actually another boss. We've seen the person who we are going against very, very early on in the game. Certain Cobra member known as the Swallow. Now, if you killed anybody in the game, this is where you are punished. First, you might not realise what you want to do in here, and there's actually a very smart thing to do in here.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them. I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness. This world is one of sadness. Battle brings death. Death brings sorrow. The living may not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake, the dead are not silent. Now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
So yeah, even if you've killed all of the bosses, however, this is a key thing to note, you cannot, under any circumstances, actually get away from their deaths. When the bosses die, they die, when you sleep or not. These skulls that will actually fall along, will actually come along these wither of sticks, or at least what I think that's what it's based off of. They also do a bit of damage to you. Now, I don't actually have the digital camera on me, unfortunately. Because, if I go down, I actually have all of my gear now. Okay. Nice. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't actually have the camera because that's an end game item. You get the camera after you beat the game. However, if you notice, here's the pain. We just want to walk past every boss. All we care about is walking past them. With the digital camera, you could actually take a photo of every single boss's head. And doing such actually gives you a bonus. You might remember in Metal Gear Solid 2 and in Metal Gear Solid 1 there was the hidden developer photos. They exist in this as well. You have to actually take photos of the bosses that you've killed along the river here. You might also somewhat recognize kind of what this location is like. And that's because there's actually a part where we actually face with down here. The part where I got the clock cap. Or rather, the reason I got the clock cap. There, if you notice, is the end. You only have one left, and that is the Fury. And there he is. There's a big man who goes on fire. So our aim is to actually shoot them when we move. As completely our only aim is to dupe the enemies as they come towards us. And then you might notice the Solo just teleported. The hell did we teleport for? Well, just wait. The default power is effectively the same as the one you normally get. So. here, you notice it has very similar style to what Sorrel has. You have to touch the body. You have to, quote unquote, die. But we were given a revival pill. That is indeed what we have to do.
You have to shoot me.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish your mission, don't you? Then you'll have to shoot me. The spirit of the warrior will always be with you. Don't be sad. We'll meet again someday.
With that guy. Funny how the Sorrow's eye that got shot is the other eye which one Sneak has no longer. Now, we still have this tracking beacon on us. They still know where we are. This becomes a key part because, well, if you're doing a no alert one as well as a no kill one, you want to get rid of it. We're not. But, well, you'll see. The Sorrow's camouflage is actually really useful as well if you also have the stealth camo, because it stops your footsteps from actually making any noise. However, if you need your camo index, that's not always the best aid. Now, I completely missed the looking thing, but I believe actually looking here, you can see the Sorrow's corpse. Again.
Snake, are you alright? That was a close call.
What the hell happened to me?
You were halfway drowned at the bottom of the river. Almost crossed over to the other side.
Other side. So that really was.
Something on your mind, Snake?
Major, was there a man in the Cobra unit called the Sorrow?
Yes, I've heard of him. He was an uncanny soldier who fought alongside the boss.
What kind of man was he?
The Sorrow was a man with, well, special powers. He had ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
A medium?
Someone who can communicate with the spirit world and evoke the spirits of the dead. In other words, he could talk to ghosts. They say he could find out what was going on in a battle by talking to dead soldiers.
What about him and the boss? What was the story between them?
I don't know the details. Why don't we ask Sigyn?
Yo, I finished checking up on this Sorrow guy a while ago. Thought you guys already knew, though.
Knew what?
That he's dead. He's been dead for 2 years now.
Died 2 years ago?
At Selino-Yarsk. You know, those cliffs you were at. And the boss is the one who did him in.
The boss?
Yep. 2 years ago, the boss was sent by the CIA on a secret mission to Selino-Yarsk. That's when she, the Sorrow, who'd gone back to the Soviet Union after the Cobras broke up at the end of the war. Except this time they were enemies.
And then what?
The boss killed the Sorrow herself and accomplished her mission. At least, that's what the records say.
So, he was never there in the first place. He just couldn't let go of the boss.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah, I'm fine. It looks like it's not time for me to die yet.
I sure hope not. Otherwise, the whole mission is shot. We're counting on you, pal.
Roger that. Eva?
Snake, you didn't call. I was worried. Are you all right?
Yeah, I took a pretty freaky detour.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Forget it. Let's just say I'm back.
Good. But how did you escape from the sewers?
I jumped into the river.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
Yeah, I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
What do you mean that's perfect?
I mean, if you ended up in the river, then I know a good spot nearby. Let's meet up there.
Where is it?
Keep going upstream until you get to a waterfall.
A waterfall, huh?
Right. Behind that waterfall, there's a cave. We'll meet in there.
The cave behind the waterfall upstream. Got it.
See you there.
And something I'm actually not looking forward to is having to rearrange my HDMI wires. Because I actually have my HDMI wires on my PS3 and my that's coming in later. I'll talk about that more after I've beaten on the PC. Pretty much, however, just I hope you like the caution theme, because that's all you're getting to hear for another good God knows how long. Oh. Do not exactly know where. You know they are somewhere though, and that's what matters. Don't need this scene left. Oh, we don't actually have the option to get the backpack, I thought not. Just purely for that fight, you could. I didn't actually get anything out of it though, which honestly, I'm not surprised. Ow. This up. Damn. There's one of the Ocelot members. You might notice they're not saying anything about food. One hit won't knock them out anymore. Now we have to actually be smart about how we deal with it. Whether we just about see where he is when he died. Okay, like right now I know he's right above us. I also know he's looking the wrong way, so I can get something like that. There's that guy. There's this guy all the way over there. And we're actually waiting for this guy to turn away. Again. And this guy's looking back towards. We're basically hoping for two things. The guy who's right behind us to move back again. The guy over there to move forward. That point. What other guy to move? We're waiting in case he turns towards where we are instead of away. Like he is done. We have enough chance to move up a bit. Not much of a chance at all, but it is still yes, towards us. So we're waiting for him to look away. That's actually Uchinoko. And we're not actually allowed to do shit with it until we actually get a chance to get some moving. So we're waiting for this guy to look away again. We need to... Oh, no wait, we have 6 way. There's 6 less way, don't we? So we're waiting that guy to turn away again. Guy on the right hand side of us to look away, so we can pick up the Tsukinoko. Before I do that, I want to make sure I actually have enough space so we're eating some food.
Sick.
Because we basically want that extra space. No other reason at all. And because we got him before he actually was able to raise any noise, we actually pretty much got away with murder there, and this is the extra scene that we were promptly gonna get. And we also have our Tsuchinoko back again. Little ramen packet. This is of death. Fire.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana. Here's your equipment.
Eva, you could use a towel.
So could you.
Eve Theta, yes. Believe it or not, that's actually one of the harder sections of the game, is sneak back when you've got nothing to use. Not just including the forest part, but all of that entire section there. From torture to the waterfall, it can be another bitch. Look at these, sweetie.
Want some?
No thanks.
Don't like snakes?
Not for dinner.
Didn't you have to eat them at the KGB?
In my training, we always got the good stuff. French, Italian, that kind of thing.
A regular Matahari.
The least you could do is call me Cynthia.
Tell me something. How does it feel to spy on your own country?
I can't say it feels good, but it's my job.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you. When this mission's over, you'll have to treat me to a nice dinner.
What do you want to eat?
Let's see. How about sushi?
Sushi?
It's Japanese. I hear it's all the rage right now. Supposedly, it's made from raw fish.
Raw fish? Just the place for my survival techniques.
Butterfly. There's him trying to deal with his loss of perception.
Snake? Thank you, Snake. I'll be your eyes from now on.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme.
Thank you, Snake.
Don't worry about it.
Are you all right?
It's not like I can't see. I've got one good eye and can still fire a gun.
Really? Good. Snake, Come here for a minute.
This is the scene where we kept the transmitter lodged
There's
into the
something
back.
in here.
So,
It's so hard.
When did it get like that?
Hold still. Let me do it.
You know, I've been trained to do this kind of thing myself.
Just relax and let me handle it.
Okay.
I can't believe how small it is.
Yeah, but it gets the job done.
Really? Here, lift up your hips.
Like this?
Yeah. How's that?
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Hold steady, I'm not done yet. There, a transmitter.
Is that how they do it in the KGB?
Sometimes. Would you rather I did it American style?
But how'd you know there was a transmitter lodged there? That's some female intuition you've got.
yep, it was pretty much just filled with innuendos because they could fill it with innuendos.
Eva, didn't you steal some explosives out of the fortress?
C3, a highly potent explosive from the west. It can be molded into any shape, like clay. With just this much, you could blow up the Shagohod and the lab along with it.
Is that right?
Yeah, but there's a trick to using it.
Tell me about it.
Well, what do you think? The Shagohod's booster unit uses liquid fuel. The fuel tanks are in the main wing of the weapons lab in the hangar housing the Shagohod itself.
So I should blow up the tanks.
That's the basic idea. It should be enough to blow up the entire hangar. There are 4 fuel tanks. In order to destroy the hangar, you'll have to set explosives on each of those tanks.
All 4 of them?
It should be no sweat for you. Besides, the scientists had the day off today.
So the hangar's completely deserted.
Not quite. They've still got guards posted there.
So what do I do after I set the C3?
The bombs run off a timer. Once the timer has been set, the countdown will begin. When the timer reaches 0, the bombs will all go off at once.
How long do I have?
20 minutes. Once the Phase 2 trials are finished, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill all the scientists to prevent them from talking. So you've got to act fast.
I'll take care of it.
We're actually coming up to one of the much more annoyingly difficult parts of the game.
Eva, did you get the data on the Shagohod from Sokolov?
Yeah, that's the mission I was given.
By Khrushchev?
Mm-hmm. America doesn't have any use for it, does it? But I haven't forgotten my other mission either. Helping you out. Follow this cave and go up the ladder at the end. You'll come out inside Groznygrad, just southwest of the weapons lab. Do you remember when you went to rescue Sokolov? Remember there was a locked door when you entered the main wing from the 2nd floor of the east wing?
Yeah.
That's the entrance to the Shagohod's hangar. Use this key to open that door.
The door right when I entered the main wing? Got it. What about you?
I'll get things ready for our escape. There's a rail bridge to the north. I'm gonna set a bomb there, so I'm taking half of the C3 with me.
Right. I'll set off the weapons lab then. Try not to be in the neighborhood when it happens.
Gotcha.
And watch out for Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say you are.
Don't worry. The Colonel still trusts me. And I have my ways. There's not a man alive who can resist my charms. Besides you, of course.
I'm just warning you, Eva. That's all.
I know. Okay, let's go.
You seem like you were born on one of those.
If I didn't ride every day, I couldn't go on living.
Huh?
When I'm riding, the wind hits me so hard that it hurts. That pain keeps my mind off the pain of having to be someone else. It's not easy always fooling myself like this. It's only when I'm on the bike that I'm free to be the real me. I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
What's your name?
Tatiana.
No. Your real name.
What's wrong with Tanya?
Okay, Tanya. Don't let anyone see you. Huh?
Oh, this? It's a button camera.
What did you do that for?
Insurance. To make sure you don't double-cross me.
Hey,
What?
you're gonna get wet again.
Now, I'm going to quickly check to make sure we actually got the thing. Camouflage. Face first off directly to woodland face camouflage. We should have... do it. See here, which we're actually going to check what it says. The Sorrow's camo uniform. Eliminates a footstep noise. Also allows the wearer to train by choking enemies in. We're keeping on the Splitter's body camo, and we're going to also have the Splitter face camouflage. Because there's no longer any enemies outside of here. Oh, that was on my backpack. Off. Don't want any of those. That'd be terrible if I accidentally threw away what I was actually needing. We want the Mark 22 and the M1911. And we also want that or that. We want level B thermals. And that is effectively it. Trying to always travel light is going to be a good idea in this game. Face mask of the cookie, which is again yet another character from Captain's book telling. As you might notice, there's another snake. Again, you want to be careful about. Because again, it's literally another kind of challenge we might come across. Well, as yet another cute ass little flobby. And bird after bird. Wow. Missing the kick, so we're going to let him be for now. And again, when you come back around, here is, I believe, your final proper chance to get a Markhor to eat. And here is the Fulton. There is a flying squirrel. I believe both of those are indeed blackbirds. Main theme we were getting there was the bookie face hammer. And there's a bit of local fauna, or flora, with the hanging mangoes. Yeah, does not look at all like there will actually be a chance to re-get the ends of the little tower. But I say that, but there he is, little thing. Bird 8, aka the end's beautiful little tower. So yes, indeed, we are going to be taking the end's bird and the Tsuchinoko back together in one. The Mark 22 gets a suppressor. There's no extra items in that part. However, suppressors for the M1911s feel nice. Oh wow. However, there's actually something we are going to be doing to exploit one of Colonel Volgan's biggest weaknesses. So yeah. Here's the second one. Don't think there's actually a chance to get a third. There's cardboard box B. And that's actually going to come in very, very useful very soon. And you might be wondering where exactly is the last Quoten. There he is. Last Quoten in the underground area. Well, the only Quoten in this underground area, but you get what I mean. Climbing to the top of Woznigrad. Yeah. 4 hours. Yeah, I've got plenty of time to finish it off before. You know what I've got to do. Now, there used to be a tank right above where we are right now, I believe. Hence why we were never able to go underneath there beforehand. Or rather, is it the fact that there's a tank that comes along and actually blocks it? I can't remember, but in the... Yes, the fact that there's the APC and the APC comes back to block it. Thought that was the case. But pretty much, as soon as you leave that area, you cannot get back in there. You are... There's nothing in there that we can get. There's also this little puppy. And again, you can see just how much information for what we've just done is giving us. The fact that these 3 guys are still hungry as all hell. Crying out loud. Here is where the weapons were kept. And it's still blown. So they still have utter garbage when they try and actually take us via items. Via weapon area if they try and fight us. Again, we can actually move along in this area if we want to. We are going to check, because there might be something here, but there is not going to be, I do not think. Nothing. However, jump up, go to the backpack, because we don't want to always have these equipped. But box B. And we just got box B. What does it say? To the weapons lab hangar on the side. We're not going to directly do what it's wanting us, however, because there's some still a few things we want to get, which we wouldn't be able to get normally. It's not much.
The main wing hangar, huh?
And it's not too far to get to, so. However, there was a very, very valid point for using them. Transport us to the hangar, and thus it's a lot quicker and a lot easier to get to.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagahad's in here.
The completed Phase 2 Shagahod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagahad. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. I can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence. Volgin, however, is a different story. He's planning to use the Shagahod to turn the Cold War into a blazing hot one. We can't let him have it.
Agreed.
That leaves just one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
Exactly. For now, just focus on destroying the Shagahod.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Sigint fill you in on how to destroy it.
Yo, like Eva was saying, if you're looking to blow the whole place sky high, the best way is to take out those liquid fuel tanks with the C3. You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plant a C3 charge, all you gotta do is equip the C3 and press the weapon button while standing in front of a tank.
Just like TNT.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as it is, right?
Good point. I'll make sure not to plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful. Liquid fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that in mind.
The C3 charges all have to go off at once if you want to bring down the hangar in one fell swoop. So if I were you, I'd wait until after you plant the last charge to start the timer mechanism.
All right. I'll make sure I finish planting all 4 charges before I start the timer.
Once the timer's set, you've got 20 minutes until it explodes, right? So make sure you get your ass out of that place by then. I think that's about all I've got. The rest is up to you. Good luck, pal.
We're counting on you, Snake.
And yeah, as you can see, Mosin the gun. This is a massive area, so Mosin the gun is actually a wise choice to bring. However, it is a loud weapon, I believe. No, it's not really that smart. And we do actually want to go to the East Wing, and we want to go via this place because... Wait. In both one, there's a new uniform, it's the sneaking suit. One. No, not that one. No. This one.
I'm so hungry.
Okay. Should be in one of these, but there is actually a maintenance uniform as well. Hmm. And yeah, as you can see, it's actually smart to try and melee these to break out. Because there's actually a chance you might actually get something when they're locked. It's annoying me that I can't fucking get the maintenance uniform right now. Found it? Maintenance uniform, there you go. And because we've nearly destroyed this entire place now, we're probably leaving it a little bit open. So... I think his one might always be permanently safe. But... yeah. Just wanted to make sure it was destroyed, so... Camouflage, face, mask, uniform, maintenance. Maintenance crew uniform. And of course, because it's maintenance crew, no weapons, but fucker accidentally re-entered the place. But you can actually get away with being very, very close to where the enemies are. Only enemies actually know you're not a maintenance member are the maintenance staff. You know what they can do? They can take as well, don't you? Punch. Good punch in the butt. There you go. Maintenance member down. Flashing. Of course, you don't want to risk your jumps getting you in hot water, so take it slow. Of course. As a maintenance member, you genuinely do not want to end up having to run right up to them. That's a one-way ticket to getting something bad. Motherfucker. Okay. Since we're gonna have to do this, we're gonna have to end up using the... Is it? Sneaking uniform. Advanced combat suit. Developed by the USSR. The latest combat uniform developed by the Soviet cuts all damage in half and reduces stamina consumption. Of course, it's not always the best uniform to wear because it is like flak. And it's actually equipped spitters. However, worst thing in the world. Next, let's also equip the, where is it? Not the LMG, but the Mosin Nagant. Thankfully there is actually a level of auto-aim system, so you can get away with doing a bit of auto-aiming. So. This is a ladder. You can climb ladders.
He's definitely here somewhere. Flush him out.
And slowly to get the colour we make.
What's wrong?
Get him to shush. He was the last guy who was staying up. So that's actually nice that we got him down now. Could be. Yes, he's not. Isn't. Not there. That would mean. Well, since we actually have enough time now, there's 4 things of C to use. We are not using all of them. And so we don't need to. So let me grab these 3. Or rather, we don't have to put all 4 of them down. As soon as you put the last one down, it starts. So, yeah. Don't have to worry about the timer until after it becomes, until you place the last one down. And that's when the next section starts proper. And then there's this guy who's still fucking KO'd. God damn it, you son of a bitch. There, knock him back out. There's actually a way to get to the top, and that one doesn't matter too much. It's just basically alerting you that she's partially done hers.
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge. If we get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. That should at least buy us some time. I've also set up the escape route. How are things going on your end?
I just finished planting the second charge. Give me a little more time.
Okay. I'll be waiting for you at the bridge.
Now, there is actually something somewhere here which I do not, which is the very reason I do not actually want to do much at all right now. Where the fuck is it? Anyway, on top of the quotans, so there's where the quotan frog is in this one. Guess I'm gonna have to go up here and check it this way, like. Bit of a shame, but it happens. What is the second ladder then? There's that ladder up there, but there should be a second set of ladders somewhere. I'm just not having any luck finding it all, which is a bit annoying. So I'm kind of wanting to actually put the C4 down on there, but if I do, it's going to start this timer right away. So, yeah. Put the thermal goggles maybe, and yeah, yeah. Salmon, isn't it? Yeah, noodles. Now it's not working. Famine. Yeah, if you notice, this is actually a crawl space. You can crawl under it. So if you need to hide under it, you can. My inability to find the... There it is! Son of a bitch! So we climb up the first one. Great, we climb up this second one. Which I completely forgot where the actual ladder set was, but it is here. And as you can tell, they're now starting to slowly but surely wake up. Which means we got up to the top in time. And of course, for those of you who were walking on there and we made a loud sound, our video was of course going to cue us. Then we got the hanker for the 2 pieces of the handkerchief. The handkerchief. On here. Cigarette gas, which we didn't actually use, so it's nice that we got the ability to redo it there. If you actually want to re-get over it, you just climb over this little board. Yeah, mechanical electric board.
Hungry.
Wherever you can get away with doing that. Did you get it? Nor do I.
What's wrong?
There you go. It's the 23rd. So then if you notice, we got these guys here. So what? Ah.
Canceling the alert. Return to your position.
So, because we now use the that one there, we're gonna change to this. Climb up here, accidentally stomp on him, which basically forces us to do that a bit. I'm grateful that we can die like that, and replenish the Mosin bullets we just lost. I went through this little sharpshooter. Gonna equip our C3. Place it down. Keep it equipped. Put it down. Now we're in Cutscene City.
Got you this time. Major, I finished planting the C3. I'm on my way out now.
Hurry, Snake. Is Eva taking care of the escape route?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
she can handle it.
All right then, well hurry up and get out of there.
Uh-oh.
Snake!
We got called out. We just lost our gun. Oh no!
Why'd you come back?
That's actually the time limit that we have. The solo actually gives us a timer for how fucked we're about to be. Instant save.
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault. When she was captured, look what we found on her. The Philosopher's Legacy. This microfilm contains all the information regarding the Legacy. You might say that this film itself is the Philosopher's Legacy.
It was the smell that gave her away. No, not the perfume.
Go now then!
It was gasoline. Motorcycle gasoline. She reeked of it.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too. Such a fine woman she was.
almost pains me to have to kill her. Yes, she was an obedient one. She was my precious little pet. Ah! Isn't that right?
Bastard.
What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you. I should have known. Sokolov wasn't man enough to have a lover like that. Just like the KGB to send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you. During the last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union had a secret pact. The pact was a blueprint for defeating the Axis powers and creating a new world order. To secure victory in the war, the three countries pooled their resources to conduct the most covert types of operations and research. The atomic bomb, rocket technology, the Cobra unit. And they amassed an enormous sum of money to fund these projects, enough to fight the war 5 times over. That wealth is the Philosopher's Legacy. After the war was won, the three countries were to divide the Philosopher's Legacy amongst themselves. This explains why the United States and the Soviet Union were able to steal away the best scientific minds in Germany as soon as the war ended. But our great motherland has far surpassed its pathetic rivals. We possess enormous wealth, the most advanced technology, and overwhelming power, assets fitting of our great country. My father was one of the men in charge of managing the Philosopher's Legacy. In the confusion that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of ingenious plots to ensure that the Soviet Union would have total control over the legacy. The money was divided up and laundered through banks all over the world. Switzerland, Australia, and Hong Kong. This microfilm contains a record of all those transactions. After my father's death, I learned of this secret and obtained the microfilm. With this money and the support of Brezhnev and his allies, I built this fortress of Groznygrad and Granin's research facility. But that worthless fool Granin failed to produce results. I was forced to turn to Khrushchev's dog Sokolov and his invention, the Shagohod. My position in GRU made it too troublesome to attack Sokolov's facility directly. But the spy network established by the secret pact still existed. I used it to contact the boss and suggested that she defect. The boss was conniving enough to see things my way. The world was once one, but the conflict between the philosophers has torn it in two. We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world. That trump card was to be the Shagohod and the Cobra unit. I have lost the Cobras, but I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. Boss, take this someplace safe. Take good care of it.
He wouldn't have come waltzing back in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us. I'll dispose of her as well. Leave everything to me. Fight like a warrior, Volgan.
But of course.
Let me face him. I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even. No more judo, and no more field strips.
Enough of this.
Gloves are off.
He's mine. You will stand right there and watch. Got it?
Please, Colonel, let me—
Silence!
It's actually possible to shoot Ocelot if you were so inclined.
Huh? Sorry for the delay. Let's get started, shall we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle. Let's make it a good one. It's just you and me now. And I'm gonna enjoy this. Snake! Thanks, boss!
Now we were just having a lot of frame flops at one of the points where Vulcan removes his ult completely due to his ability to attack with lightning and generally be a bit of a... Now, there's actually a few things we can do here which are incredibly evil. For example, we have the ability to use the mask, and it's rather clearly implied that certain somebody has a bit of a crush on Mr. Rykov. So, of course, we're going to take advantage of that completely. No, we actually want the modem in this case. Not on the C3. We're going to keep those two. We want to have these two. And you'll soon see why we want to actually have these Russian glow caps equipped as well. Because you've got to remember, his big thing is he sends shockwaves against people now, doesn't he? So... Wait, let's also remove the cardboard box here. Don't need that. And this is set on a timer to about 6.5 minutes. The Tsuchinoko. Never seen a snake like this before. Not eaten yet. Tastes unknown. You're not eating those neither. Power. This bird looks familiar. Not eaten yet. Taste unknown. And we're not eating the power neither.
Ivan?
And yeah, changing the uniform to the sneaking suit because of the damage ability.
Ivan. Here it comes!
Yeah, when he then basically sends out a lightning shot, put away your metal gun.
Give it up!
And also there's these covers here, isn't there? What was previously in the red pipes?